Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is Liko here, and welcome to another F1 2021 League Racing video. We have the drivers' standings. You can see me and my teammate, P8, P9. We're only separated by 1 point. This was the results after Zandvoort, so yeah, I mean, if you didn't watch that video, go ahead and check it out. That was the most tilting P5 I've ever gotten. We ended up overfueling, and because of that, we couldn't overtake basically the only people for potential podium or a P4. But here's the Constructors Championship. We are honestly aiming to put up a fight against the Red Bull, Aston Martin, AlphaTauri teams, because yeah, right now we're just the best of the rest as it stands, because yeah, Alpha and Mercedes, they're just running away with it. And then you got 3 teams fighting for 3rd place, and then there's currently us. But here's the actual results of the race. Yeah, P5, not bad. That's a good chunk of points for the team. Really happy. Jay, you know, he was on those softs and really just caught me and Zach hanging and was able to snag P3. So, yeah, not too bad. Purple scored some good points for P12. And yeah, as a sub driver and doing his first season or first race this season, not too bad. But here at Portugal, we have a wet quali. Gotta say, I was really glad I coped a wet setup for this race, because I was feeling pretty good. It was a full wet, but now it's drying up. On full wet, we were kind of smoking everybody. No one was able to touch my full wet time, even with inters, until about this point where the track is dry enough that inters are just constantly improving. So I had to do a lot of just kind of like you see in F1, basically like the Canadian Grand Prix, where they got like 7 laps of fuel and they're just going. But yeah, here's our best lap. We have less than 30 seconds left in the session. We're nearly up 2 tenths, but we do get a really bad corner exit there, so it's a lot slower. That corner, very tricky sometimes, but hopefully we could still gain some time here, because that's important, because we are up in P3, so this could be our best quali start of the season. The highest we've ever been is P4 in both Zandvoort and Austria, but we get a purple sector too. Don't know if that's actually legit or not. Also, I have added the trackside mini map to the bottom left for you guys, just so it's actually there. I might move it higher into settings depending on which tracks, so like my little logo doesn't block it off completely. But here we are, we're looking really good. 2:10. You can see other drivers have completed their laps, and now it's really make or break for us here. Can we get for the 126 flat? It doesn't look like it, but maybe 126.1. And we're P2. We have a great qualifying. As you can see, our teammates P6, we're P2, so we have a good chance here in the race, is what I told myself, until strategy really came up. Because you can see here, it looks like it can be a little bit of a mix-up. You got definitely starting on slicks, everyone's on wet setups, and then you got, looks like interweather, and then it looks like it'll dry for a little bit, then back to rain. So it could be a very messy race. We'll have to wait and see, but we're gonna gamble on the mediums. I think the rain won't show up as early as it's saying it will, but here's hoping we can actually make use of the medium tire. What we're hoping for is the mediums last long enough that the soft runners are just extreme tire wear and we can just overtake them. But it's gonna be a difficult task here in P2, so we'll see what we can do, as Urinate behind us is on the mediums, but it looks like all the front runners in the championship, Fallen and Jay, are on the softs. So guess I should have taken one from their books, as we get a little bit of a slow start. I think it's just because of the tire disadvantage as Fallen just climbs through. John with a quick spin, and Fallen had to go extremely wide, and here we are, we're leading the race, P1 already in lap 1. But can we keep P1 for the rest of the lap? We'll have to wait and see, because Everyone else behind us is very quick and on better tires. Our teammate also on the mediums, so we both generally agreed that I think the rain won't affect us too much, but we'll have to still wait and see. But yeah, just got to keep our head cool. We know what we have and what we don't have, but the issue is, because I'm on a wet setup, the differential is a little different, and you can see we made a mistake and Fallen gets right past us. So we lose P1 about halfway through the lap. Felt good for the moment that we had it, if I'm being honest. In this league, people are a little too good, and I just don't have the pace to ever be P1. But yeah, we got J, P++ behind us and our teammate in 5th, so it's looking really good still after one lap down. But I'm really honestly expecting J and P++ to eventually make their way past us because, well, they're on the soft tires, and the soft tires can last, I'd say roughly you could get a good 5 or 6 laps of pure pace off them, and then I think you can make them last about 10 laps. But you can see we're about to go too wide here. We back off. J goes a little wide there, but yeah, Jay gets past us, and now we have a B++ right on our tail in that Red Bull. But we'll see what we can do here, as he's got a lot more exit speed from us, so we're going to squeeze him just a little bit before we get into the braking zone, and he is still going to go for the dive bomb on the inside. We left the door wide open for him, so he does get past us, as unfortunately our teammate spun. So no longer have my teammate behind me. Now I'm in between a Red Bull sandwich, and is gonna be kind of a pain to deal with. But you can see lap 6, the rain is here and yellow flags are starting to show up everywhere because of the fact that, yeah, it is no longer slick tire conditions. It is very much get on those inters or you will spin out. But we do hold our own here at P4. You can see the soft runners. Of course, it's only 6 laps in, so they really got the best out of the situation, and we honestly have the worst. So it's time to rebound, and we do have Stas who crashes out of the session. So quickly, a safety car right off the bat, and honestly good timing because it will help us with this pit stop, and now we will catch up to the people that we're behind. So kind of back on even playing fields here. And honestly, because this isn't 22, I was just waiting for the button to press into the pits, but yeah, that's not in this game. So yeah, I will say, however, since I've been playing 22 a lot more, I'm nearly 100 hours into the game at this point. Man, I do not like F1 2021's handling. It is terrible. I can't believe I dealt with this. But enough with the handling system. It's lights go out time, and we get a terrible start off the safety car. You can see J-Hex right on us here. He's looking to go for the move on the inside. He backs off, and then we got the 3 leaders up here that we're chilling behind, and we tap into B++. That causes us to maybe lose position with J-Hex. We're going to just stay wide, give him the space, and it is still looking good for us. J does get past B++, but B++ is still on the aggression on him, and we got Owen right beside us, while J-Hex does get the move on us. Now we're going to go for the inside lunge here, but J-Hex, I don't know what happened to him. Neither with J. J, though, overtaking us outside of the track. I don't know how he didn't get, like, the indicator to give the position back. Maybe he was forced off. I didn't quite see his battle, as I was mainly focusing on J-Hex, so we'll see how that goes. Peso already with the first 3-second penalty behind us, but yeah, we're now behind J, and we have Owen behind us. B++ somehow just escapes up to P2, and Fallen, it's classic Fallen things. He's just going to be P1, so there's nothing really exciting about that. I think everyone in the league's pretty bored of it, if we're being honest. Just going to poke a little fun. But yeah, behind Jay, the current P2 in the Drivers' Championship, and the goal is, Jay, you're going to lead us the way. We're going to just stick with you off pace, but he does make a crucial mistake, so it looks like we could go for a move here. I think we are going to be faster than him, so I'm going to go ahead and go for this move here. We're going to continue into the inside. Might have accidentally forced him wide off track, but still gonna just keep ourselves where we're at. We're gonna go ahead and go in the inside. I can see the red arrows are just going absolutely crazy, so I don't quite know what's happening. But yeah, Jay's right on our tail, and he's looking for the attack, so we're gonna stay into the inside. We're gonna break early, and hopefully we can get a better corner out of this. Still going, and no, unfortunately Jay's just much quicker than us. And so yeah, props to his wet setup. His wet setup just way better out of the corner speeds, because yeah, I feel like we're good generally at the straights, but unfortunately we just didn't have anything compared to Jay, because yeah, he's just starting to run away at this point on lap 18. And unfortunately me and Jay got 3-second penalty all at the same spot, and unfortunate. So now we just gotta keep our head cool, because you know, we got Zach behind us with no penalties, so he could look for an easy P4 here. And J-Hex, you know, we don't even know about the top two. I'm gonna safely assume the top two have penalties, so J-Hex could look for a race win here as we make a crucial mistake and catch on to the curb, and Peso gets right past us here. So really unfortunate for us to get that mistake that just costed us a P5 position. So currently P6, we're chilling. We're gonna try our absolute best here and maybe see if we can get the overtake on him, because we were doing good, just me, Jay, and Peso. I think we were all lapping basically the same. Peso a little slower at times, so I think Peso will be easier to overtake versus Jay, because Jay is kind of just gone at my point. But we'll see if we can gain on Peso. But as you can see, no, we cannot. For some reason, Peso and Jay just suddenly blew up, and I was losing like 2 seconds to them, while Zach was still chilling about a second behind me, or 9/10 right now. So it was bad. Luckily, J-Hex was struggling, so Jay and Peso kind of caught and slowed. So I was able to catch up to them for a little bit, but yeah, Peso was like suddenly was like 2 full seconds, nearly 3 seconds ahead of me, and it was kind of frustrating, because I was just like, where is he getting this pace from? Where like, I haven't done anything different. What is he doing different? But guess we'll never know. Maybe he's just very quick. But yeah, still P6. We're holding on to dear life. We got Zach behind us. We get a retirement, and it is gonna bring out the next safety car. And unfortunately, we're at such a weird spot in this race. It is drying up a lot, but we still decided to stay on inters. I think us leaders are getting a little desperate. Jay went into the pits, probably the smartest idea. But yeah, top 4. We all had 3-second penalties, and Zach's looking to be the guaranteed winner at this point. With how many laps are left, if he could just stay within 3 seconds of all of us, it can be go time. And unfortunately, Fallen's controller had issues, because we literally were accelerating and the green flag didn't come out, and then he suddenly stopped. So he had throttle issues, and because of that, we have another terrible start, and we tap into the back of Peso, lose control into Zach, and it just was absolute disaster. But we still squeezed through until we get hit from behind, and unfortunately it was because of an earlier incident we had. So yeah, no comment, I guess. Our race was just over at this point, and at that point I was like, you know what, we're gonna score no matter what if we at least finish this race. So we're gonna go ahead pit for the softs. We're just gonna go as fast as possible. Maybe those on the inters are catchable, but not very happy. I was not very happy, but it's just a racing incident. There's nothing you can do about it. Honestly, I don't know what was all that was going on behind me. So yeah, I honestly, even still rewatching and casting over this, it is not as tilting as Zandvoort was. Zandvoort was still way more tilting, because I know I had pace, and because we had so much fuel, there was just no shot. We had no chance. So here we are, lap 33. Looks like maybe a P9 is up in the air for grabs. We can see, but we got to go for it, as we are going to go for the move. And unfortunately, there was just no space on the inside, so we had to cut over the grass. Luckily, we still kept 2 tires on track. Here we are. I was like, oh, okay, B++ in the bag, easy, until, well, the rain's back. And because of that spin, we just costed ourselves potentially P8, at least P8. I don't think there was a chance we were going to catch up to anyone else up ahead. But you can see top left, Broski Jazz is the race winner here. So shout out to all of us in the midfield just representing for us. Broski Jazz wins the race for us. And we'll see what happens at the rest of the field. As for us right now, we're just trying to get within that 3 second of John for P9, because I think that's all we can really manage here, as we nearly lose the tires. We went off track. It was very scary, but John gets another penalty, so there is no worries. And B++ gets a penalty, but we're still 3 seconds behind, so maybe league penalties will come in and help us for P8, but I think honestly we're gonna get penalties and get booted backwards. But yeah, if you look at the top left, our buddy Zona is a race winner. In game though, we gotta see if he does get penalties later on. But yeah, Broski had 12 seconds worth of penalties, and Zona finished within the 12 seconds. So Zona on track or in game, it's like so many terms I guess to use, but in game P1 for Zona. What a race for him. We'll see if he holds up to that. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I will post results next week, as we have Silverstone up next. I'm great at it in 22, but I'm shit in 2021. So, and with the way the handling is so different, I don't think we're gonna get some great finishes. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you are new. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.